More thing, the events, because you mentioned this a little bit, is like corporate events and parties and group events. That seems to be a really big trend right now. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing it, what you're seeing. Maybe what are your thoughts on events right now?
So we've finally took the bullet and decided to hire a sales marketing guy.
Mm,
So I I've seen enough success with some of the proprietors that I work with on a day-to-day basis. Some of them are my board members.
mm,
I call it, well, they're the FEC guys, if you will. Um, they're having tremendous success hiring an outside salesperson for your bowling center.
mm.
And even though we're more traditional, maybe a hybrid, because I got two beach volleyball courts, but I don't have much of a game room or anything like that.
Yeah.
Um, we're stepping into that realm now. And last year he created a lot of extra business for us. So
Yeah. Hmm.
it's a good tool if you get the right guy. This guy loves bowling. He grew up in this bowling center. He knows the community very well. He's got the expertise in how to approach them.
Hmm.
So we're filling some dead lane beds quite a bit. It's been
Yeah.
a challenge because we're still very successful with Monday through Thursday, I'm 24 lanes of leagues. I don't even
Right.
have a spare pair for a breakdown.
Right.
So it's weekend stuff and or afternoon.
Yeah. Early
And
afternoon. Yeah, that's a good one
yep, yep.
too. Hmm.
And so that's what we've done. I would encourage. It'd be more challenging for under 24 lanes, but 24 probably would be the minimum. And anybody
Yeah.
that's larger than that, if they want to fill some lane beds, hire an outside salesperson.
Hmm.
Talk to proprietors that already have that in place to figure out what's the best way to do the salary, if you will, or commission,
Yeah.
and
Commission.
work it out to where it's appealing to that person as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and talk to me a little bit about how like launching that, because I find that a lot of people want to do this, but they don't have the patience to stick it out through the sales cycle, right? Because some of these events take a little bit of time, and if you
They
don't
do.
have the patience to see it out, then you're going to cut it off before you actually see the fruits of your labor.
You're right. What's the secret to that? We're trying to learn that ourselves, right? We're going to make mistakes. Everybody makes
Mm-hmm.
mistakes, and that's okay
Sure.
if you learn from them, right? So I think it's just getting great feedback from the people that you've got into your door. How can
Mm-hmm.
we do this better? Put a survey out there. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to have people tell you what they see,
Mm-hmm.
because if they don't tell you, and they don't come back, that's your worst nightmare,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, then you
So
no
the
shot.
ask has always been a challenge for a lot of us, I think. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just our industry, it's a lot of industries.
Sure.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's a matter of it's scary to do that. It's scary to have people tell you what you're doing wrong, if you will. And so, but if you have the wherewithal to do that, and then make those changes for the
Mm-hmm.
better, you're going to be extremely successful. So
Right.
I think you, in being what you do in bowling alley marketing, the social media content. So most bowling center operators have Facebook pages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people will comment on the Facebook page. And if you're not paying
Yeah.
attention to that page and there's a lot of negative reviews, you better address those very
Yeah.
quickly, or it could backfire for you at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, and the messages, and sometimes they'll give you a shot and try to message it in private at an experience they had, and then if you ignore them, then they're just going to go out and make it public.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
We've been fortunate here in Michigan. One of our proprietors I call him a Facebook guru. Before he bought the bowling center, he was teaching Facebook social media strategies around the globe.
Mm,
So, and his center, uh, on his Facebook page, every single day, there's at least one post, if not one
mhm,
video,
mm,
about his business.
yeah.
And so he knows how to handle that. He's done a couple of education pieces for our members on what you need to do to protect your business and
Yeah.
dealing with social media, and it's worked great for a lot of us. So
Mhm,
any business out there, it could be a restaurant, it could be a clothing store. Um, Nobody has the most perfect business, right? Where everybody's 100% happy. So it's
right.
dealing with those negativities and how you go about doing it, what changes that you can make, that can make the difference and make people
Mhm.
come back and give you good reviews then.
Right, exactly. Well, and at the same by the same token too, that not every negative review is legitimate, right? You get some people out there where you're just never going to please them. But you make a great point. Is if you see a trend, then maybe it's something you should be paying attention to.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. Yep.